basically, teamwork makes the dream work. So work together. Hey y'all, glad you came. I'm Monique. Welcome or welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about 3 things I wish I knew before becoming a pharmacy technician. All right? Okay, so number 1, I wish I knew that the phone rings all day. The phone rings all day. I don't care if you're working in retail or hospital pharmacy, that phone is never ending. And unless you answer it, it will continue to ring. So, just in my opinion, get good at answering the phone and get good at, resolving issues and problems and different things like that, because typically when someone calls, they do have a question or a problem, and sometimes you have to escalate that to the pharmacist, but sometimes you can actually take care of it yourself. So just learn what you can take care of, what you cannot take care of, and how to properly escalate that to the pharmacist if need be. But just know the phone will ring all single day. All right. The next thing that I wish I knew is that it is a lot of walking. Yes, when you work in retail pharmacy, it's a lot of standing. Your feet will be stood on, okay, for 8 complete hours. You may get a few minutes to rest and sit down, but it's likely not going to be a very long time unless you work the evening shift where you get off a little bit later, so you may have a little bit more rest time. But if you work the day shift, let me just let you know that you will be on your feet all day long, okay? All right, if you work in hospital, you'll be walking all day long. You'll be walking around the pharmacy, you'll be walking around the hospital, around the pharmacy, around the hospital. You will walk, so your feet will get a great workout. Actually, in my opinion, because I've been a technician for over a decade, I really do love the fact that my job requires me to be active and to move. That's really actually good for your health. And so I actually do appreciate the fact that as a technician, you are going to be way more active. That's going to help you, right? So that's a good thing, but it's something to actually keep in mind. This is not a job where, you're going to be sitting down all day, unless you're getting hired for something like that. But most likely, if you're working in a retail pharmacy or you're working in a hospital pharmacy, most likely the role that you'll be playing is going to be one that you're going to be on your feet. Number 3, you need to have critical thinking skills. And you need to be a good multitasker. Now, I knew this, but didn't know how important it really is. Anyone could be anything, right? And when I say that, meaning that it's one thing to be something, it's a different thing to be really good at something. If you want to be really effective, you want to be really efficient, you want to be a really good technician that gets the job done and that always has a door open for them if you happen to leave a job because you were so good, they will hire you if you blink. You definitely want to make sure that you do use your critical thinking skills and you do know how to multitask. When I say multitask, I don't mean doing 50 million different things in one time. What I mean is that you know how to do about 2 to 3 things at one time. That is something that definitely will help you. And so you need to really be focused and think. You're going to be using a lot of your mental energy because you have to remember a lot of things, okay? This is to be a good technician, all right? Not just a technician, a good technician. And so that means you need to actually learn different processes, how to process insurance, how to process prior authorizations when it comes to working in a hospital, how to properly use the machines that the nurses use, right, for the medications, how to use Meditech. You need to have a way of remembering how to do stuff because you're gonna have to do it over and over again. And then sometimes there are gonna be things that you actually don't have to do over and over again, but you will have to do every once in a while. And that being the case, you wanna actually take notes, right, in a little notebook somewhere of how to do that particular thing. That is really good for Meditech if you're working in the hospital. Just, really learn how to do the things that seem complicated. Learn those things because those things are the things that really make you, like I said, valuable, good, efficient, all the things, effective as a pharmacy technician. And so, don't think you're just going to go in and just, not think all day. No, you're going to think. You're going to need to, make decisions about, what to do, when to do it. It is not something that is easy. It's not an easy job by any means. That's why sometimes it does have a high turnover rate. But yeah, you do need to use your critical thinking skills, and you do need to use your multitasking skills. So these are things that I wish I knew before becoming a pharmacy technician. Again, before I became a technician, if you want to know more about that, you can actually watch one of the first videos that I made about being a pharmacy tech. And I kind of go into more of my story of how I actually became a tech. But, from my point of view, they were always having fun and they were always laughing and they wear cute scrubs. But it is more than just enjoying your team and wearing cute scrubs. It is a lot of work, and you will not enjoy your team if you do not know how to do your job, because your team will not enjoy you. And so, basically teamwork makes the dream work. So work together, guys, work together. And sometimes, of course, you're going to have people who don't work together, but that's not your concern. Your concern is to be the good team member. Okay. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you wish you would have known before you became a technician, if you are a pharmacy technician. And as always, I hope you have a positive and peaceful rest of your day. And I will talk to you on the next upload.